Hey guys, welcome to Big Twinkie, Ghostbusters 101, sorry, Ghosthead 101. Today we're going to go over last few items that I have to show you for your belt. Because I pretty much have most of the things that you can hang on your belt with the exception of two. I don't have a PKE meter and I don't have a trap. I sort of have a trap. You'll see what I mean. I'll show it to you when I go over the proton pack. I have like a do-it-yourself trap that I made. So when you see it, you'll either laugh or cry depending on how screen accurate you like things to be. But today, we're going to go over these three items. We're going to go over the MT500, or let's just call it a radio because you don't have to use this one. The MT500 ultra high frequency walkie-talkie radio that they used. We're going to go over the Lifeguard 2 that they used in Ghostbusters 2, and we're going to go over the Ecto goggles that they used in multiple different incarnations, movies, scenarios, cartoons, whatever. So I'm going to go over the Lifeguard first because it's kind of the least common and it's the one that most people don't really search out as much. So what the Lifeguard 2 is, it's actually called the Lifeguard Pass System. So in 1988, I think they were made mostly for emergency responders and people that were getting into rescue situations in case they went into a burning building, like firefighters and stuff like that. And what they did is they had it on their person. If they went, let's say, into the building and God forbid got hurt or passed out or were knocked out by some debris, it had a sensor on it that knew when you stopped moving for a long time. The dial on top you could turn. Now, oh, by the way, this is not an original, this is a 3D replica, I should note that. I have a picture of the original here. This is what the original looked like. You know, so this is pretty close. Chris Beaumont from the New York City Ghostbusters was nice enough to make this for me with his 3D printer. So, thanks, Chris. You did that for me a couple of years ago. But what I don't have on mine is the little alarm button. You can see there, because it's 3D printed, it doesn't have that many moving parts. But on the top, it would normally say on and off. And what you do when you went into a building is you would just turn the top like that, you'd hang it on your belt, and basically, if it was on and stationary for more than I don't know how much time, maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, it would let out this ear-destroying high-pitched frequency to alert your team members around you that there was a man down and they could come rescue you. Now, you saw this in Ghostbusters 2. They wore it with their black mesh belts during the montage and the fight with Vigo. It's a cool thing to wear on your belt. They also had them in the Ghostbusters 2000, I think it was 6 video game. They wore it around a little black pouch on their side, and I think there was a little microchip in front of it. So it was just slightly redesigned for the video game. What I did, in case you guys are wondering, is Chris from New York City Ghostbusters, he sent this to me in 3 parts. He gave me the body here, which included the part on top, which doesn't move. And then there was a back plate, which had to be screwed on, which I did. And then there was also the clip on the back. But the clip on the back, I mean, I couldn't really screw in because it was so delicate and it would probably have snapped. I just discarded that part and I just found a clip. It was really just a money clip and I screwed that in. Now I probably need to either bend this back more or something because it doesn't stay on my belt very well, or I need to find a new fastening device. To be honest with you, I don't keep this on my belt very often because it does fall off a lot. I just need to find a new way to keep it on the belt. But it's very durable. You know, I used a high gloss yellow on it, and it's maintained itself. And I think I just took like a black Sharpie and then just like filled in the part that says Lifeguard 2 on it. And that's it. This is the Lifeguard 2 for when I want to wear something on my belt, but not the heavy stuff. So this is the Lifeguard 2. Next is the first of the 3 things that Mattel made, and I have 2 out of 3 of those things. 4 things that Mattel made, and I have 2 out of 4 of those things. I just don't have the trap at all. I'm sorry, I don't have the PKE meter at all, and I sort of have a trap. You'll see. Anyway, these are the Ecto goggles. Now, in the first movie, they didn't, you know, obviously have Mattel making them anything. They were made from photographic camera lenses and a whole bunch of stuff that they put together. It was I think a Mira X lens attached to different, you know, parts in a camera. You know, but Mattel made these in like, I'm trying to reference the year here. Mattel made these in 2013. They retail for about $110, but I think the price has actually gone up now because of their scarcity. But they're pretty cool. I have to actually clip these back on, but they still fit my face. If I take my glasses off, that is. They're primarily worn by Ray in the movies and stuff like that. The cool thing is the kids love these, so whenever we're at events, you know, they love to try them on, and they love to, you know, play with all the knobs and turn everything. And it does have the little feature on the side where if you turn them and you give it a second, the little Slimer ghost will appear. And I realize you can't see it, but he does appear if you just give it a second. And yeah, there he is. So those are my Ecto goggles. This is another thing that is one of those things where if I'm in a parade or if I'm walking somewhere, I will wear it on my head, but otherwise it's kind of a nuisance to hang from your belt because it hangs so low. There's no real economic way to keep it on your belt without it banging into you over and over again or getting caught on things. So my advice is, if you're going to wear this, keep it around your neck or on your head, you know, unless you mind it banging into you constantly. Okay, so the last item now that we have is the Motorola MT500 walkie-talkie radio. And this is the actual screen model. This is the one that they had from the original Ghostbusters. Now this is a heavy, you know, thing. It probably weighs a pound or 2. And that's heavy for a radio. You could knock someone out if you hit them with this. Not that I'm asking you to try that. I think I even took the battery out. Yeah, I did. So this could be even heavier. But it has a heavy battery in here. They were made in 1977 as the Handy Talkie, and they were carried, you know, by, you know, security and law enforcement, and the holster that they came with, I don't have the original holster that has Motorola written on it, but I have a very similar one, which I use here. Now, as you can see, it's ripped over the years. Ooh, there it goes. Well, luckily it's durable. It's ripped slightly over the years because it's a heavy tool, so I've had to, you know, throw some tape on it to keep my walkie-talkie from falling off. Oh, let me get that back. Okay. But here's where I do my spiel on spending. So the walkie-talkies are really expensive, unless you get lucky and you see them. Motorola makes a lot of cheap walkie-talkies that actually look similar. There's a HT1000 that they make that's pretty cheap and looks a lot like this. It's slightly darker, it doesn't have the great tone, but you can get that one and it's pretty good. The other thing is, it doesn't even have to look like this. Keep that in mind. Any radio is a radio, and the fact that you have a radio is cool. I've seen lots of guys with little handheld radios that actually work. You know, some franchises actually do investigations and paranormal research. You know, more power to you. So use those radios. Something that actually works. This radio is never ever going to work again. This thing is 43 years old. So, you know, it's older than me. It's purely there because I'm a nutcase and it's for the aesthetic of it and for screen accuracy. God knows why I even care. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Next time I'm gonna go over the proton pack, which includes the last Mattel thing that I have, which is the wand and the pack itself. And I'm going to show you my trap, which I made, and you'll see how I made it. And that's gonna be pretty much it. I'm also gonna make a upcoming video on how to make slime for you guys if you care. And yeah, don't forget to shoot some comments down there, to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see you guys next time. Probably got some events coming up with the New York City Ghostbusters, and if I make any videos about that, whether it's during or before or after, I'll put that up in the video too. Alright? Have a good day, guys.